Applying security settings. In the previous lesson, we talked about the site template. Now we're going to talk about contributor settings. Contributor settings are a kind of security settings, and that's why we named this chapter Security Settings. What are contributor settings? We use contributor settings to configure and enable contributor mode, which is a limited access mode in Office SharePoint Designer 2007. The site manager or administrator creates editing restrictions that control how each contributor group can modify a SharePoint site by using Office SharePoint Designer 2007. Contributor mode is enabled by default, and there is no required setup for the site manager or administrator. Only an administrator can turn contributor mode on or off. We've discussed what contributor settings are. Now we'll discuss how to enable those contributor settings. Now we have our site. We can go ahead and set the contributor settings. To open the contributor settings, go to the task panes and select Contributor. We can now notice that the task pane tells us that we have unrestricted contributor status. This status allows us to specify the contributor settings for our site, controlling which users can modify the different parts of our site. Under that, we have Modify Contributor Settings. Click that. A dialog box opens and we're able to see two categories, namely Manage Contributor Groups and Manage Region Types. Let's look at the first one, Manage Contributor Groups. Under that, we have three settings. Actually, these come by default. Let's look at the permission level of these first. Content authors have the contribute permission level that allows them to make changes in design view. They can create new content pages and edit content in existing regions. Web designers have the design permission level, allowing them to make changes in both design and code view. The site manager has the full control permission level. We can also change the permission level by clicking on the Modify button. Look, here the site managers have full control. If we want to change that, we can change it by clicking on the Link and Unlink buttons. So let's cancel this page, and we'll start a new topic on adding a new permission level.